Hey everybody, this is Clever Girl.
And this is Class C. And we want to talk today a little bit about, on this episode, this state of emergency thing we're going through. Now, it might not be happening when we put this audio out, but we're just going to get into what's going on. What is the state of emergency? Now, I'm not going to say I know the whole technicality of it, but to sum it up, it's the state you're in, like for currently where we are in Cali, and what do you call it? Emergency meaning like it's a serious situation, like bad weather or like extreme conditions, like there's a fire that's spreading somewhere in a lot of apartment buildings or a lot of houses, or there's a flood happening that's up to the knees when you go outside or something. Like there's all this random scenarios of state of emergency, but pretty much the sum of it right now we're dealing with rain. Now, a couple months back, we had this issue regarding supposedly we were gonna have a tsunami or something. What was it?
No, it was a hurricane.
Hurricane. There you go.
And right now, the state of emergency is supposed to be like the proclamation. It says covers Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, San Diego, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara, and Ventura counties. So apparently they set this emergency proclamation because of the weather. I guess we're entering some kind of storm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wasn't it already kind of obvious that this is going to happen? Now, people might not want to hear this and they'll go, this is a hoax or whatever, but let's get real. Global warming is real, ladies and gentlemen. And it's obvious in the weather we're feeling now. Some people will be like, well, no, times and seasons change based on this and that and generations and blah, 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 whatever excuses you want to make. But the fact remains is that the polar ices are melting and weathers are changing.
Yeah.
They're different from what they were a couple years ago. And you can say they are the same, but they're not. If you look at the scientific data that's out there, there's pretty much facts that show that our weather has changed simultaneously over the course of years as we've gotten older. And there's a prediction. Now, maybe the predictions aren't always completely 100% to the teeth or accurate, but it doesn't change the fact that there's not a possibility that it could happen. And for us to play the naive game with scientists is ridiculous because science doesn't try to play God.
Yeah, and
it tries to play facts.
The crazy part is that I've been seeing this, what do they call it? Atmospheric river warning. And I said, atmospheric river? That does not sound good because that atmospheric river, I'm picturing like a whole ass river and the clouds.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much the idea of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then this warning, I kept seeing it on my phone since last week, I think. Mm-hmm. Monday last week. It was raining too. It's been raining for a while.
Yeah, it's been raining like a whole day or so now for us.
Yeah, and I kept seeing atmospheric river, and I was like, what the hell is that? And then I started looking into it, and I'm like, oh, it's a storm. That's interesting. And keep in mind where we're at in California, it doesn't really rain this hard. Everybody here is freaking out. People here don't know how to drive. That is something that a lot of people know. Because, Californians, for some reason, we are resilient when it comes to earthquakes.
Yeah.
But when it comes to rain, people here can't drive.
They're nuts. I don't know what it is. People feel like they can be invincible in it or something. Or somehow water's going to wash down the pain.
It's supposed to be some challenge for them to drive faster and crazier.
Yeah, if you get into an accident, it's okay. There's water to help you land your fall.
Yeah, but anyway, that's what we've been seeing for quite some time now. It's okay. I mean, honestly, I've seen this before. We had this type of thing before. What was it, last year? Mm-hmm. Well, the hurricane did bring a lot of rain, but it's not as crazy as what people told us it would be.
Yeah.
I was picturing, I don't know, a global disaster.
That's why, because it was overhyped. Yeah, well, to be fair, TikTok kind of set us up on that. It was all just things are about to go down, but you really can't predict that. That's what I was saying. Science isn't always accurate. It went from
a level 4 hurricane warning to a level 1 or a level 2.
Yeah, so it's unpredictable at times how the weather's going to be because you don't know what the weather is going to be. Even if we try to narrow it down, at least we get somewhat of an accuracy compared to just spitballing by going outside and going licking your finger and putting it up in the air and going feels like it's gonna rain today.
No, it's crazy how much science goes into that. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie,
Or
I
the
am
Mean
one of
Girls
those
thing. Oh my
people-
god, it's so funny.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those people that secretly hopes there's some kind of disasters. I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anybody out there? Come on.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah, who was that? Who was that one girl from Mean Girls? Karen. What was her name? The actress.
Karen.
What was her actor's name? What was the actor's name?
Amanda Seyfried.
Amanda Seyfried. There you go. I love that character because she's like spot on. That's what everybody would be like, and that's how kind of like what I am. Like when I go outside, like I can tell the weather's gonna be a certain way just based on looking at it. But with her, it's funny because she's like pressing on her boobs, trying to guess like it's gonna rain today, even though it's already raining. Like
yeah, no, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I seriously wish just a little bit of disaster came through. Just enough for us to like still be okay, you know, but like for it to like completely ruin our everyday life, like for work.
Maybe if it could shut down
like freeways.
the actual place, the location where the companies have like all their internet and computer stuff working and phone calls. That would be funny? Great.
I am 34 years old and this attitude has not changed since high school.
Yeah.
I am not afraid to admit I used to fantasize about my school tearing down.
Oh yeah, no, I was kind of hoping every now and then, please earthquake, please like, earthquake. Please and I'm not saying it because I wanted to harm individuals or anything. I'm just saying it because
I didn't want to go to school.
I didn't want to go to school. Every now and then you're like, yo, this place sucks.
Same thing with work. Nobody likes going to work.
It's funny because there was this episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Captain Holt says everybody goes to work because it's fun. That's why. That's why people love productivity. And then Terry's like, they do? Like it is? Like what?
You swear we're not fantasizing here for like the aliens to take over Earth. That way we don't have to go to work.
Yeah, no. Okay.
We were not meant to work. Okay. How is this hard?
How is it that we haven't even talked about the fact? Okay,
aliens in Miami?
No. You know what's funny? People have really been spot on this. People who have been like, yo, what's going on? Like, how is it that we just announced that aliens exist and no one is batting an eye? Okay, everybody out of nowhere happened to appear in front of your eyes. Everybody and their mom, social media, freaking the news would be all over that crap, right? Mm-hmm. But the moment you find out extraterrestrials exist,
no one bats an eye.
Nobody bats an eye.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, there's an alien race out there that has far more advanced, better technology than we do, and we're not even thinking about that possibility. We're not even thinking about, yo, we should be trying to reach them because we're in kind of a crisis right now. Look at the weather outside.
Seriously.
A lot of people, yeah.
I honestly do believe that the aliens were at the Miami. There was like a mall or something.
Yeah, there's like this whole conversation about how they were in this mall, but nobody saw and there was no footage. But then there was all these police or government officials who showed up. And it's like, okay, still, if you guys still believe now the government or the mainstream media for certain things, you guys are tripping. Okay? Yep. You guys are tripping. Because it would be a naive mindset to believe that you could trust your government at this point or mainstream media on everything. Because isn't it the government that kept it from us?
Yeah.
Isn't it that they knew about it?
They had all the nerve to tell us, yeah, here's all the evidence. Yeah, aliens exist. And I'm like, okay, weren't you lying to us for the past 50 years? You kept everything from us. Mm-hmm. The least you can say is, I'm sorry. Or
reveal what you...
No apologies whatsoever.
Yeah, they barely revealed what they know now. But it's like, the crazy thing is that they... Look, I understand that people would have been afraid back in the day. Because, I mean, you found out there's something far more superior than your technology. You are scared to death. Because, look, you're realizing, I don't got a weapon big enough or anything strong enough to take on this threat. But if that's the first mentality you have towards extraterrestrials, we have a problem here. Because I would be thinking, why would I want to be trying to threaten or need something to threaten something far more superior than I am? Mm-hmm. Like, if it wanted to take me down, don't you think it would have done it by now? Like, what do you think? Look, if aliens were fast, if they build a spaceship that's fast enough to go zigzagging like Tic Tacs and stuff like that, and small enough, and they can go through your mind and stuff, do you really think they would waste their time coming to visit us when they could just be like, let's shut down all their weapons? Because by the way, there is a moment when they shut down nuclear weapons, okay?
Oh, no. Here's something that I do know. There was this guy that reported being at the mall. I don't remember what his name is, but he was on X, okay, which used to be Twitter. And he was talking. I know, I hate that name so much. It's
so
Twitter. It's just Twitter.
Might as well call it XXX.
This guy was reporting that he saw the aliens up close. And he was describing, like, his encounter with the aliens because he said that these creatures are not like us. They're not physical beings. They move in, like, patterns.
Yeah.
So they move, but they don't walk like we do. They teleport. Which makes sense because this is not the first time I'm hearing such claims about aliens doing that.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how he was inside the mall and everybody was asking him, like, okay, well, where's the video evidence? These creatures have electromagnetic waves.
Yeah.
And they will take out anything near them.
They will tamper frequency. Yeah, because
the
if we would have gotten that
many
footage,
phones will get messed up.
Yeah.
The scanners, police scanners. Police try to claim that it was some kind of fight that broke out or something. No, there was a lot of people, too many people had reported that they saw the same thing. There were these beings. They describe them not like creatures, because creatures you can feel like they're physical beings. But they were like beings. And they were moving around and everything.
Yeah.
And he was reporting how no one was able to get video footage because of that on the inside of the mall. How can you explain that many people inside a mall and not one person was able to get it on video?
Yeah.
Think about it. In the age of technology, everyone is making TikToks now.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's Snapchatting.
And
everyone's Instagramming.
Are we forgetting now how phones are? Like, they're not just you know, I mean, if you haven't been around as long as we have, you probably don't know that phones, they used to not exist in your pocket.
Yeah.
They used to exist in your walls, or they would exist in your homes, and they would be attached to this thing called a wire, a cable cord.
Yeah, we went from that to what we have now.
Now wireless with camera, and it can do zoom in. It can microscope or telescope or whatever the hell they call it.
I will bet you there was people that even had an S23 Ultra at the time.
Yeah.
Like, come on, zooming in, you can zoom in.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, there's the as Philosopher Carter would call it, the scumbag zoom. You could have totally zoomed in.
Here's a mystery. Here's a mystery for you. Out of all the people in the Miami Mall, you're gonna tell me not one had a video? Better yet, like pictures of whatever the heck happened?
Yeah.
They claimed that it was a fight. Well, here's my question. This is the mystery. Where is the damn video of this fight?
Yeah.
That broke out, that supposedly had all the cops there. Because if you see the video, there's so many calls of like the cops being there. And there's a video. There was at least 30 patrol cars.
And there's a video. Now, granted, it's not spot on, clear as day video of image, but it shows obviously a video
of 3 things
of an alien or something moving in a certain way and not looking like a human.
Yeah.
Okay, so even if you guys think, oh, maybe it's just because the video was a little shoddy or the camera, the image was faulty or maybe made up or edited somehow, I don't really think it's necessarily true. Look, we have to already face facts that they exist. Is there a possibility that they're coming to our neighborhoods and checking us out? They've been doing it for years. So is it not a possibility that they're still doing it? How are we this naive? They clearly are watching and coming over, and maybe they want. Maybe they didn't. If they didn't do anything to us now, they're clearly maybe they're just trying to reach to us.
No, and everybody reported the same thing. They were not. They didn't feel like these beings were aggressive in nature. They just felt like they were lost. Like they were here pulling over, and they're like, hey, we need a map. Like, we're lost. We don't know where we're going.
We're in a different galaxy or whatever, a solar system. You know where we're at.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about all that. I'm like, that's so interesting.
Yeah, we can't always
Can you guys please take over Earth? Like, please. I will vote for these aliens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that there's no, like, psychological torture they do to us, but,
I don't think so.
I don't think
they're peaceful beings.
Look, there might be, I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to clump all aliens together, because there's a very likely possibility that there are bad aliens, and there are good aliens.
Just like how there's good people and bad people.
Yeah, they're, like, good and bad. I do believe there are aliens out there who are, like, you know, who are, like, don't care about your well-being, but then I do believe there are aliens out there who are, like, I'm intrigued by the human nature of things, and, you know, I feel like those exist more than the bad ones. Because if the bad ones existed, they would have conquered us by now.
Yep.
How hard would it have been for them with their technology to have taken us down in the 50s or in the 40s? They were already ahead of us before we were there. So could they have taking us down then? Abso-freaking-lutely. But
yeah.
they didn't.
Roswell?
They said, no, let's keep watching them.
Yeah.
And let's not shoot at them. Let's not blast them with any rays. Let's not attack them even when they attack us. We're just going to shut their things down and run off.
Wait, was that show? Because I was little during the time that this show came out, but was Roswell about that? Was that about like aliens and stuff?
Yeah, Roswell was about.
I've never watched that before.
No, it's legitimately about. It was legitimately about aliens. That's what the whole. That was the beginning of the aliens. Remember, we watched a documentary.
There's so many things
about how they
aliens.
about how they actually had an alien. This is legit. They had an alien. We had an alien imprisoned.
Yeah,
okay,
I remember.
In our own freaking government facility. Like, that's crazy stuff. But
that to me is nuts.
You know, like, at the same time, did it make sense for them not to be like, yo, let's let this guy out because we don't know what he might, or she, we don't know exactly what this alien was. It could have been any gender. But I'm guessing it was a boy. And was going to do something with whatever it knew about us. We don't know. And,
yeah, that's so messed up that they killed it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. No, I think it died of old.
No, they claim that
it died,
but it was rumored to be believed that it was killed. That we killed it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because of the environment, I think.
Yeah, like something like that.
And it makes sense because
there's some shady stuff happening with the
government. And we really don't
trust the government.
Yeah, as much as we want to believe our government, and that goes on every government, by the way. If you think your government hasn't had blood on their hands, you are tripping. Okay?
No,
it don't matter if you're from Russia. It don't matter if you're from Germany. It don't matter if you're from Japan, Korea. It don't matter if you're from the Philippines. It don't matter if you're from Canada.
No.
It don't matter. Don't matter if you're from Mexico. Don't matter if you're from Guatemala. Don't matter. Every one of our governments have done some bloody stuff.
I love how I've seen this meme where it shows you like a picture of Superman, which is the usual Henry Cavill being Superman, and it'll tell you like comparison between him and the guy from The Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
Homelander.
Yeah. And it says what people think America was, and then what it really was.
Yeah. No, and it's true. Like, it's crazy to think that Homelander. If you guys you don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about this Prime animated, probably not animated, Prime live action anti-hero show. I think. Yeah, it's called The Boys, and it's got this character called Homelander who is like the evil version of Superman.
He's so savage.
He is bad. Like, he is bad to the bone. But he is, and the thing is, he's more realistic than
because everybody likes
actual superheroes in real life. Like, if you think about the comics we read, do you hear about heroes now? Okay, think about it. How many comic books have existed in this world, and how many people have attempted to be a superhero? Not a cop, and not a soldier, but a superhero.
Yeah.
Like somebody who actually goes out there and fights crime.
Yep. Yeah. No, exactly. I know what you're talking about.
You know? So it's like, and I always thought that was a surprise to me because I always thought, how is it that there's so much evil in the world, but people don't want to realize it or they're okay with it? Like, think about it. There are people in the world that have done some bad things. And as much as we love certain people for talent, they've done some bad things. For example, Chris Brown. When he started, obviously started young, but this kid... talented, dancing, singing. I mean, the kid could do it all. But is he not a woman beater? Are we forgetting that? No.
And he hasn't changed his ways either.
Yeah, he has. It still happened. It's still going on.
He did it to other women.
You know, like, as much as I want to hate to admit that, we have to be real with our heroes because our heroes aren't. And even if he's not my hero, it's an example of people who idolize people who seem to give you that like that feeling like you feel special with them. Like, you know, like when you read a comic or you listen to a song or you watch a movie, there's a connection that you feel with that person or that character that you're so attached to. You hope that you like that whole never meet your heroes thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah. Never meet your heroes.
Because if you do,
speaking of heroes, it's really hard for me to believe that we have all these amazing things in this earth and not one damn human being has superpowers.
Yeah.
I find that very hard to believe.
But that's the thing. Even if
show yourselves.
No, I mean, there are people out there I've seen that have interesting gifts. Like, there's a guy who has like these weird bones, and there's a guy who can actually walk around.
I'm talking
in
about
cold weather
really
when it's
cool things. Like,
okay, can you walk around bare naked in cold weather?
No,
because I know a guy who can do that.
No, I'm talking about supernatural things.
Yeah,
like
that'd be cool.
Supernatural abilities.
Yeah,
I really doubt there's not one person out there that has that. maybe psychic.
Yeah, but that's
kind
the thing.
of mind reading.
I feel like that supernatural ability is limited because obviously there's not a lot of channeling you can do with that.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of how do I say it? There's not a lot of knowledge to learn about those powers.
You think so?
Yeah, like I think there are witches out there that exist. I do believe there are maybe warlocks or wizards. I don't know what you call them.
It's a high probability.
But I think there are people out there with magical capabilities. Now, it's not exactly in the traditional sense where they're shooting something and there's like these green flickering lights or magic shooting out of their fingertips. But I do believe like there are people out there like let's give the Native Americans like a shout out on that sense. Like their whole vibe is mystical. Like, have you ever noticed, like, half their whole vibe is mystical? Like, the way they worship certain things like the moons and how they appreciate animals in a certain way and how they take certain types of things in order to tap into Mother Nature or
I don't feel like it's more mystical than it's more spiritual. No. They are not covered by Big Pharma.
Yeah,
most of the time. It's not really mystical or magical. I feel like it's just the power of nature.
No, I'm saying like it's not only just like the remedies they provide, but like the fact that they have certain traditions that connect them to Earth.
Yeah, that's
we don't have that
because
like
it's natural.
Yeah, because we have Earth Day, but no one like no offense, no one gives a crap about Earth Day.
No, I've seen
I don't see that many people TikToking on Earth Day going, "Yeah, Earth Day, woo!" Like, no, I don't see that. I see more like we'll celebrate the most cheesiest things in the world, like Christmas. And you might say, Christmas is not cheesy. Come on now. It's a day where we decide that we're going to come together, right, and give gifts to each other that are thoughtful when we could do that any other day. Just so we're clear.
Yep.
Yeah. But on that note, we're just going to leave it at that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please start following us.
Subscribe.
And we will continue on giving you guys some more goodies. Catch you guys later.
Bye.
Peace.